Hello children, I am here to take up the second chapter of short stories from your book Treasure Trove. The title of the story is Old Man at the Bridge, but as you can see in the slide, it's given the old man at the bridge. So children, just overlook the article the, as in the story, the entire story revolves around the conversation which the narrator had with an old man sitting by the side of the road at a pontoon bridge. The old man is a symbol of all those who suffer the horrors of war. That is why Hemingway has not used the definite article the with the old man in the title of the story. Old Man at the Bridge demonstrates the power of narrative art. The old man becomes a symbol of the countless civilian victims of war, those without politics. Displaced, disoriented, and alone, he is faced with the inevitability of death. As the storyline goes, the narrator, a soldier, meets an old man at a pontoon bridge across the Ebro River. The old man sitting by the road is too tired to move further. The narrator asks the old man his whereabouts. The old man tells the narrator that he belongs to San Carlos and had to leave the town and his animals because of artillery fire by the enemy. The narrator tells the old man to walk up the road and catch a ride on a truck to Barcelona. The old man thanks the narrator but expresses his concern for the fate of his animals. They were a cat, 2 goats, and 4 pairs of pigeons. The old man tries to get up and walk but is too tired, and so he sits in the dust. The narrator moves on, leaving the old man at the bridge, waiting for his impending death. And now for the story in detail. Students, please continue to look at the slides on the screen, and you must underline the difficult words also. The meanings will be discussed in the next lesson. The story begins with a chance encounter between a young soldier, the narrator, and an old man with silver-rimmed spectacles sitting by the side of the road at the pontoon bridge. So the narrator is the young soldier. The young soldier was on a mission to cross the bridge and find out how far the enemy had advanced. When the soldier crossed the bridge towards the enemy, he found an old man at the bridge, and when he came back, the old man was still there. That aroused his curiosity. Now, my dear children, as the story begins, the author has given a description of the scene of the pontoon bridge where the people can be seen moving quickly in order to save their lives. So the author has described how the mule-drawn carts staggered up the steep bank from the bridge with soldiers helping push against the spokes of the wheels. And the trucks ground up and away, heading out of it all, and the peasants plodded along in the ankle-deep dust. So plodded along here means that they walked slowly with heavy steps, with their feet covered with dust. But the old man sat there without moving. Because he was too tired to go any farther. So when questioned by the narrator as to where did he come from, he gave the answer San Carlos. The old man also told the narrator that he was 76 years old and was forced to leave his hometown of San Carlos. He even told the narrator that he was taking care of animals. So this old man, he neither looked like a shepherd nor a herdsman, and he was wearing dusty clothes and with a grey dusty face. So my dear children, you may note one thing, that here dusty and grey refers to the sad and gloomy expression on the face of the old man, which means it tells us the extent to which the old man was destroyed by the war, both emotionally as well as physically. So when the narrator questioned the old man as to what animals were they that he had left behind in his village, the old man told the narrator that they were a goat, they were a cat, 2 goats, and 4 pairs of pigeons. He further told the narrator that he had already walked 12 kilometers and was too tired to move any further. The old man said that he was the last person to leave the town, as he was anxious for the safety of the animals he was taking care of. And my dear children, they were 2 goats, a cat, and 4 pairs of pigeons. He said that he had no family. The old man, unconcerned about the threat to his own life, expressed his concern for the safety of the animals. He admitted that there was no need to worry about the cat, as cats can look after themselves, and since he had left the dove cage unlocked, the pigeons too would fly to safety. But he lamented the fate of the 2 goats, who had nowhere to go and nobody to look after them. Later on, the narrator asked him as to what politics he had. Now here, politics means a person's political views, whether he sided with any political party. The old man replied that he was a man without politics, who had walked 12 kilometers and was 76 years of age, and now he was so dead tired that he could not walk any further. The narrator, more concerned for the old man's safety than that of his animals, told him, or rather advised him, that since that was not the good place to stay, he could move up and catch a truck which were going towards Barcelona. So children, on the screen you can see the word forks. Now forks means divides, means he suggested the old man to go up to the road where it divides for Tortosa. Tortosa, you may note down, is a city in Spain located 12 meters above sea level by the Ebro River. The old man wondered, then where would he go? The narrator suggested to him that the trucks are moving towards Barcelona. Children, note down, it is a city in Spain. But the old man was very reluctant, so he told the narrator that he knows nobody there. And he thanked the narrator for giving him such a suggestion. But he looked very blankly, underline the word blankly here, without any expressions. But in his heart, he was actually grateful to the narrator, the young soldier who had advised him in such a way. And he could even share his worries with this young soldier. The narrator reassured him, saying that the animals would be fine. The narrator asked the old man as to what would the animals do under the artillery. The old man then told him that since he had left the dove cage open, the pigeons would fly. And then further, the narrator told the old man to get up and walk, because he was too concerned about the safety of the old man. The old man tried to get up and walk, but he was too weak and tired and sank back to the ground. The narrator thought that the old man's only luck was that cats could look after themselves and the day was overcast. So the fascists who were advancing towards the bridge would not be able to launch their planes. Now, my dear children, on the screen you can see the word Easter used in the 6th line. Now, Easter Sunday refers to the Sunday when Christ rose from the dead 3 days after his crucifixion. And underline the word fascists, my dear children. Fascists were the political leaders who supported fascism, which is an extreme political system which favors a strong central government and which does not allow any opposition. So this is all about the summary along with the difficult words. I have also explained the meanings of those few difficult words. So children, please note down all the difficult words and their meanings and do the summary as your assignment. Before I move ahead, I would like to discuss the symbolism mentioned here in the story. Now, the bridge is a symbolic of life that connects the two ends, birth and death. Perhaps the old man wants to cling to life and does not want to go to the other side, that is his impending death. Since the old man is at the bridge, he has two options: to cross over and go to Barcelona, or to stay at home and share the fate of his animals and birds. The bridge is also symbolic of the need to give up and connect with each other through the bridges of faith, trust, brotherhood, and humanity. The Ebro River is symbolic of the old man's journey of life. The animals also stand for different qualities. The pigeons represent peace and harmony. The cat is a symbol of independence, and the goat is used as a sacrificial animal, and this represents the old man and his situation. Like a goat which is sacrificed, the day is described as a grey overcast day with low ceiling. So the grey color here is symbolic of old age, sadness, and something boring. By this sentence, a grey overcast day with low ceiling. Please underline that line on the screen which is there. This is symbolic of old age, sadness, and something boring. Here Hemingway tries to establish an atmosphere of sadness, loneliness, and destruction which was brought about by the war. In the beginning of the story, the man was described as the one wearing black dusty clothes with a grey dusty face. Here it means the extent to which the old man was destroyed by war, both emotionally and physically. So, my dear children, this is all about the symbolism used in the story. Now, coming to the theme of the story. The theme can be depicted by 2 points. First, pointlessness of war. It means war causes death and destruction, and this is highlighted through the condition of the old man, who can be seen as a symbol of civilian victims of war. And the second is compassion, which is reflected to the nameless soldier who engages in a conversation with the old man. The soldier becomes a friend in need for the old man, with whom the lonely man shares his worries. Another compassion can be seen in the old man who is compassionate about his animals. So, the story ends with the old man's concern for the goats and the soldier's concern for the man. Thank you, children.